If you're about to 2x your income in your business, if that is one of your big goals right now, there is one surefire sign that I can tell you that it is just about to happen for you. This is from my experience with almost 100 clients at this point, from my own experience as well. I can always tell there is one sign that always happens before you're about to 2x your income, and I'm going to be sharing with you what that is today so you can make sure you're actually focusing on this area specifically, because this is what it always follows. Following you actually 2xing your income, this is what always comes before that. So as I said, I have seen this so many times, and there are always really clear signs with this. And there are several things which obviously can go into this, but this, to be honest, is the biggest sign of all. So this is what you want to be focusing on. And that is actually taking 2x actions. By this, I mean taking the actions actually at the level you want to be playing at. So if you are at 5K at the moment and you're wanting to get to 10K months, for example, how actually would the version of you who makes 10K months show up? And I don't just mean this from an energy perspective. I think when a lot of people will explain it this way, they mean it from an energy perspective and kind of just feel the vibes essentially. But I really mean it from an action perspective. What actions would they be taking? Because that is what is going to tangibly get you from one place to the next really, really quickly. And my clients who always have just 2x'd really, really fast, they have this in common because they are showing up before the result actually happens with the actions that will get them that result. They're showing up, selling twice as much. They are showing up and doing the webinars, whatever it is for them. They are showing up at the level where, of course, the outcome is going to come. It just mathematically makes sense at this point because they're doing the actions, not just at the level where they're at and getting them results which they're getting right now, but actually that are going to get them results which are beyond where they're at right now and just at that next level that they really want to be at. So what actions would that version of you be taking? When you're thinking about that 2x version of you, that 2x income, what actions would she actually be taking? This is typically just always the biggest gap between why someone is stuck where they are versus being at their goal, for example, at the 10K month, at the 5K month, whatever it is for you. This is the big gap typically. And we really need to look at, if we want to double our income, the actions which got us to where we are right now are not necessarily going to be the things which get us to that next level. We need to figure out what that gap actually is. For some people, this could look like, doubling how much you're selling, doubling the amount of live streams you're doing, etc. But you just need to figure out what is that gap and actually fill that gap at the end of the day. And a really important thing here, which I notice, especially with the clients who do this really fast, is they aren't just doing more for the sake of doing more. They're not just slapping a, quick plaster on it, Band-Aid of, okay, let's, double the amount I'm selling just because I want to 2x my income. So that will obviously work if I just double how much I'm showing up on Instagram stories, for example. This would work if that was where they got most of their clients. If they're getting most of their clients from Facebook groups, for example, maybe that's where we should be focusing on instead. So actually just getting really intentional and intentionally doing what you know will actually get you that growth. You already have the data in your business. You already have the information on where the clients come from, where the results come from, where have the sales come from. So utilize that to actually map out your strategy and your actions for what you're focusing on to 2x your business. And if you're then taking those actions, that is the biggest sign that is just around the corner for you and it is just about to happen. These people, they really have taken the time to figure out the strategy and then they're fully leaning into the actions behind that. So they're not just looking at the strategy and then not taking the actions, procrastinating on them. They're not also on the flip side of that, taking actions that they're hoping will get them this result, that they're hoping might work. They already know the actions are going to work by the time that they're implementing them because they've already seen success from these. They've already seen that these produce results from them. So we're really just leaning into these even more. We're just doubling down on those. So that is really the big distinction that I see in terms of the clients who 2x their income really, really fast. If you are wanting to 2x your income, this is the area to be focusing on. Just really your actions, doubling down on those, especially the areas that you know are really working well for you and the areas that do actually get you results and do actually get you clients. So if you found this helpful, make sure you give this a like and I will see you in the next video tomorrow.